A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant shift in the political landscape, housing affordability has emerged as a critical issue in the 2024 U.S. presidential campaign, a topic that has been largely overlooked for decades. This election cycle sees Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump presenting contrasting visions for addressing the housing crisis that affects millions of Americans. With first-time homebuyers struggling to secure mortgages and tens of millions of tenants grappling with soaring rents, the urgency for effective housing solutions has never been more pronounced. Vice President Harris has taken a proactive stance, unveiling a comprehensive series of housing proposals aimed at tackling affordability from multiple angles. Throughout her campaign, she has consistently highlighted the importance of addressing housing issues, both in her advertisements and during debates with Trump. Central to her strategy is a call to construct an ambitious 3 million homes over the next 4 years, significantly increasing annual home building by more than 50% compared to recent averages. Harris argues that the country's housing affordability problems stem from a persistent shortage of available homes, and increasing supply is essential to lowering costs. However, experts like Jenny Schutz, an economist at Brookings Metro, express skepticism about the feasibility of Harris's ambitious goals, noting that the federal government does not directly build homes. Nevertheless, Schutz acknowledges the value of Harris's proposals as a recognition of the ongoing housing shortage. To support her ambitious construction goals, Harris is advocating for an increase in the low-income housing tax credit, which has been a key driver of affordable housing production across the nation. She is also proposing a $40 billion innovation fund to finance alternative construction models and bolster local supply efforts. For first-time homebuyers, Harris is looking to implement a $25,000 tax credit for down payment assistance, which her campaign estimates could benefit over 4 million households. However, some economists have raised concerns that such a tax credit could inadvertently contribute to rising housing prices. Harris's campaign insists that the rollout of the tax credit would align with the anticipated increase in housing production. On the other side of the aisle, former President Trump has linked housing issues to his broader agenda, particularly his controversial plans for mass deportations of undocumented immigrants. Trump has suggested that removing millions of immigrants living in the U.S. illegally would reduce demand for housing, thereby lowering costs. He proposes a door-to-door enforcement strategy involving the National Guard and local police, a plan that many critics argue would disrupt families and communities. While Trump has criticized the Biden administration's handling of housing affordability, he has provided fewer specific proposals compared to Harris. His campaign emphasizes deregulation as a means to facilitate housing development, yet he also aims to preserve local zoning laws that restrict affordable housing construction in certain areas. In a notable contradiction, Trump has expressed intentions to lower interest rates to improve housing affordability, despite the Federal Reserve's historical independence in rate setting. Both candidates share a common goal of making more federally owned land available for housing development, although their approaches and underlying philosophies differ significantly. As the presidential race heats up, housing affordability is set to remain a focal point of debate and discussion. With millions of Americans facing the harsh realities of a housing crisis, voters will be closely watching how each candidate plans to address this pressing issue. The stakes are high, and the outcome of the election could have lasting implications for the future of housing in the United States. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.